All right, Robert, thanks for being with us. First question is coming from Nick Krupke with KPTV.
Yeah, Robert, welcome, man. I just want to ask you, you're often tasked with defending the best player on the other side of the floor. That's not anything you shy away from for sure. So what is the significance of that? And just the challenge when your coach says, I expect you to slow down the best that they have to offer.
Man, it's been my job since, the last 5 years. And I've been excelled at it. And I take that challenge on heavily. Guys have specific roles, and I'm not one of the people that, is, the guy that go out and score 30, 40 points a night. I'm the guy that's, supposed to stop the other people from getting 30 to 40. So, I've been tasked with that for the longest. My coach in Philly gave me that task and that challenge, and I worked at it, and I've done everything that I needed to do. But I never get satisfied with what I'm doing. So as long as I continue to make the job as hard as possible, that's what my main thing is. And what I'm bringing here is that tough tenaciousness and everything in between, So for me to be able to, come in with that role and, get back to it, it just says what, organization believes in me and, my work ethic and, what I've done so far just allows me to be in this limelight now. So, me taking on that responsibility once again, that's what I thrive for. That's what I live for. And, that's what my ultimate goal is, is to stop people from, getting their average and everything else, to make their impact on the game a lot less significant.
Next question is coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Robert, what is it about defense that you like?
Everything. I've loved, seeing the look on people's face when, something gets disrupted or, play doesn't go through the way they imagined it. And just overall, having that mindset of, you're messing up everyone else's, the flow of the game for them. If you take people out of rhythm and, you make it uncomfortable for them, it can be a long night. And just depending on who the player is, it can, really put your team in a very good position to, really thrive and, really put yourself, in the game to win.
Has that been with you since you were a younger player, or was there a time when it kind of switched and you said, geez, I like this defense?
Well, I've always been a defensive guy. I started as a big, so I've always had that mindset. But as far as me, taking on to guard guys that are much faster, stronger, and, a lot quicker, it just came from the, time of, going in college, guarding my point guards. They're a lot faster than me, so.
Hey, we're glad to have this guy.
Thanks, Coach.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Hi, welcome to Portland. Clearly, the Blazers gave up a lot to get you. They really targeted you and everything that you bring to the table. One, how does that feel for you to know that they gave up so much for you and targeted you like that? And two, how do you think you're going to fit in playing with guys like Dame and CJ?
Man, I can fit anywhere. I'm not a guy that, comes in that demands a lot. I'm the guy that brings a mindset to a team. So, for me to come in, I'm going to play the role that I've been playing. 3-and-D guy, come in, lock down, knock down shots, and make a huge impact on the game. So, for me to be here in this organization and, to be a value piece, like you said, it did give up a lot. So that says a lot of what the organization believes in you. So, now I got to do it on my end to not let them down and, understand that, what they gave up was really significant. And I really want to show the mindset and skill set of the reason why they gave up everything for me.
Next question is coming from Orlando Sanchez with KGW TV.
Welcome to Portland, man. Curious what your early impressions have been like of the city, the organization as a whole, just what you knew from the outside and now being a part of this.
I really didn't know too much about Portland. Previous teams that I've been on, I haven't really done much here. But from what I've heard and, what I've seen thus far, it was actually just being around. Last night, I went around the city, just drove around a little bit, and, it's a very beautiful city. The organization I've heard a lot of good things about. from top to bottom. So, for me to be here and being part of this, organization now, like I said, I just want to come in and, bring a different mindset and, see what everyone talks about and, get the experience of what Portland is really about because, like I said, it's another a gorgeous city that, a lot of people have talked about, like from numerous, people that I've heard. So just me, being here now, like it's going to be a different mindset and different approach and just allowing myself to, really get a real feel for the city because like I said, I never had an opportunity to really do anything here. But now that I'm here, like I said, I'm going to use it to my full advantage.
Next question is coming from Jamie Hudson with NBC Sports Northwest.
Hey, Robert. There are a couple of photos out on Twitter right now that have been going viral. It's a photo of Dame's .9 shot when you were with Houston the first time around. So I wanted to get your thoughts on witnessing that.
Yeah, that's me in that picture. That was young Rocco. Before that was Robert Covington before I was established, the nickname Rocco. And just witnessing that shot and that moment was something I've never experienced. I've only seen that type of stuff on TV, but actually being there and seeing it, the crazy part is I knew it was like how the play had got disrupted that I was like, oh no, it's good. But like as soon as it left his hands, I was like, oh no. And it just literally what I was thinking it happened. And my reaction was exactly my reaction because like I said, I literally was just thinking that and it's exactly what happened. So it's something funny, like people don't realize, like I said, I look completely different, longer hair, more facial hair, 7 years younger. It's a crazy to see how like all this stuff unfolds and, be back here playing, I'm just ready to be on the opposite end of that spectrum and be the ones that, causing those type of looks on other people's faces. So, instead of being the ones that are on the receiving end.
Next question is coming from Joe Freeman with the Oregonian.
Hey, Robert, I wonder, what do you like about this roster you're fit and the roster's potential? Like, what do you think the ceiling is with this group?
Ceiling's very high, with Dame and CJ leading us at the forefront. Nurkic is a valuable piece down low. He's a problem. Bringing back Melo, and then the guys that have already been in the system, Gary Trent, Anthony, Nazir, and Zach, all these guys that, have thrived and, they have a good culture. And so you add, guys like me, Derrick Jones, bring back Rodney. It's so many different pieces that, that this culture is already established and they've done damage, and made it in the West. Only thing that has, hurt is a couple of injuries and stuff, but, they've been in the top tier for years with the team that they've had. And so, it's just small things that get them over the hump. And, that's what I'm here for, to, be a key piece to this team to help them, get over that and, bring everything that I bring to the table and, everything that I've done for other organizations, just to help make a positive impact because a lot of people don't realize a lot of the things that I do don't come up on stat sheets. And I don't want the praise. I don't want the, recognition of the things. I just want to win. And, I want to do it the right way. So for me to, change up bring that mindset here, like I said, is the little things that go unnoticed that makes a huge impact. But when you go to the naked eye, people don't understand it. But when you go on a film session and you see the impact on different things, that's what, I live for is, doing the little small things to make a difference in games.
Next question is coming from Brooke Olzendam with Trailblazers TV.
First of all, welcome, Robert. So happy to have you. I know you, I don't know if you know what I do, but I have a lot of other sideline reporter friends, and I've gotten so many texts from them saying you are going to absolutely love Robert Covington. So that's exciting to hear. I'm curious about the culture. You talked a little bit about the team and obviously led by Dame and CJ, but the culture of the Trailblazers, what have you heard and what have you kind of experienced so far in your short time there?
Man, it's a very family oriented organization. People have welcomed me with open arms. Everyone is so nice, so kind. And like I said, everyone's been upfront and, very, very open with me. So, everyone reached out, when the time would permit. And over the last couple of days, it's just, getting to know everyone. I'm still trying to, get through everyone, accordingly and, save everyone's number. But it's been so many people that have hit me, saying that they're so excited for me to be here. It just shows that an organization that is really valued into their players. And, everyone has talked about how much they're big on, development here and, the culture. So for me to be a part of it now, like I get to see it full front. Like I've seen stuff from the outside and I'm like, man, this is a good city, a good team to play for. And now actually being here, I get to see up front and up close exactly what, I've seen from afar. So for me to be in this, it's like everyone has been here. Everyone so far has been, great, been welcoming, have said a lot of good things about me and to me. So, for me, I just want to get to work and, just keep seeing all these people, just, having that praise and, actually them see the work that I want to bring to the table and, let everything speak for itself after that.
Next question is coming from AJ McCord with Coin.
Hey, Robert, welcome to Portland. So you talked a little bit about, going against Dame all those many years ago as a young kid, but what's been your interaction with a couple of the Blazers cornerstones in recent years? And since you got signed, what's been your communication with guys like Dame and CJ? Have they reached out, et cetera?
Yeah, I've talked to Dame a couple of times, and it's crazy. I can't say exactly how it first started, but it said something. He said something to me a minute ago, and just to see it unfold, and it wasn't even nothing like critical. It was just something very small, like, and Dane reached out to me as soon as everything happened. And like I said, I've talked to Dame numerous times when we played here. We've exchanged conversations. And just overall the people that are around him, like we know a lot of the same people. So Carmelo, I had many battles with him when I was in Philly, and just overall Rodney was a good friend. Like we had the same agent and everything. So I've had interactions with guys off the court. CJ has definitely had a few interactions. But like I said, once everyone is all here and, we can kind of get, in that groove, like that's when I think that people get a better feel and, see the type of player in person that I am.
All right, we have time for two more questions. The first one's coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Hey, Robert, I'm going to get a little deep on you. Was there a moment in your life that kind of defined you, that you kind of look back and say, you know what, that's when things changed and I got on this path? It doesn't have to be basketball, just anything in your life that you feel like kind of really shifted your course and got you on this path.
A year ago, 2019, when I got closer to God, I had a close relationship with God before, but it's not how it is now. And ever since I've opened up my heart, my mind, everything has completely shifted in life for me. My viewpoints, the way I carry myself, like my mindset, everything has been a major shift. It's actually has helped me with my injury that I had from the previous year that made me sit out the rest of the time I was battling with, and when I got to Minnesota. So that was a major shift because, like I said, for me as a man, I dealt with a lot, but I never talked about it. And I began going to therapy. I began talking to my pastor, my mentors, and just unraveling so much that I realized that I was holding myself back because of all the stuff that I was dealing with personally. And, it affected me a lot on the court. So once I, opened up my mind, opened up my heart in different ways, and, I got closer to a relationship with God and, just leading that narrative and, allowing him to guide me. Life has been impactful in so many different ways. People have come into my life that have made significant change. People have left my life that, didn't deserve to be here. And it's all a blessing because, like I said, it teaches you so much in life that, throughout it all, you're going to go through ups and downs, but how you handle them ups and downs have been, very, very significant. And, it's helped me, it's helped my friends, my close family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, everyone around me sees a completely different me, just the way I carry myself and like my viewpoint and the way I play on the court. Like everyone sees that old love that I used to have for the game. Everyone sees the mindset of like Robert's a whole different person and player now. And like I said, it's allowing me to really be the best person I'm capable of being. I have so much stuff that's going on for me, outside of basketball. And, I've figured out exactly what it is that, I love to do outside of basketball. And that's what has helped me, throughout this whole transition. That was the biggest, impact and turning point in my life. And like I said, I've always had a relationship with him, but not to the significance of now. Like, I have constant, Bible studies. I have, days where I just read, and I'm always about learning and, enhancing my mind. Before, I wasn't doing that as much. I was too busy, really allowing my job to occupy my time. But, you got to take yourself away from that sometimes. And you got to really, understand that basketball is not just the only thing that you have every day. Like once that's gone, like you got to be able to adjust to real life. And that's what has allowed me to, really transition into, being where I'm at now in life.
Final questions coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Hey, Robert, this will be your third team in a year, fourth in 2 years. How have you handled that? And sort of what do you see position-wise? It doesn't matter. You play the small, the power, and the center. Do you care where you play? And have they told you how they sort of see your role shaping out in terms of position?
No, we haven't had that discussion yet, but I'm sure we'll be coming up. But, the transition, my first time getting traded, I didn't have the reaction that, I do now. It's about a different mindset. Once you go through certain things, your mindset is, shifted. And, for me, like you said, it's my third team in the last year. It's about, just keeping the mindset of keep doing what you're doing. No matter where you are, like you can't allow your circumstances or the situations to affect you because, if it does, it could take you into a whirlwind effect, and that stuff piles up. And, for me, when I first got to Minnesota, I got hurt, I got traded, and then like battling, coming back, like it was a whirlwind of emotions that I battled. And, it got to a point where I basically was lost. Cause I didn't understand things. And I really felt like the dude off Get Out. Like I felt like I was in a sunken place because like I couldn't understand what was going on, how I was feeling and all the other stuff. Plus on top of, being in that city and, it's snowing all the time and, being, the environment that I was in, it wasn't the best environment, as far as like the people I had around me. So, just in general, that plays a significant a role into everything. And so, for me, I was able to, shift my mindset. Once I got out of that place, it was a completely different outcome for me. And like I said, the transition of getting traded now, like it's not the same mindset. Like it's a new opportunity. And going forward, I know that, I can't allow myself to get to that ever again. And I won't. I just take it as it shows that I'm a valued piece that, a lot of people, will want to have for the organization. So, like I said, the NBA is a game of, what fits best for, which team. So, you can move at any moment. But like I said, I'm just glad that I'm able to have a job and, be able to, do what I love to do and continue to work. That's the end of the day. Like I love my job and I love what I'm doing. And like I said, for teams to, see your value and you getting traded and stuff, it just adds on to, what you're capable of doing, like what you've led and what you've left, the pathway you've left.
Thanks, Robert.